Okay, Peter Buick here. Just a quick video for my colleague Stephen in the TLB forum. He was talking about whether he could monetize a particular niche. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag and say that he was thinking of bigger arms. I don't think that's giving too much of a secret away, because it's not really a secret. So normally, when we're doing a niche, we put in what we think is the keyword. Okay. So his niche was, or his thought was, bigger arms. People who want bigger arms. And we can see that on my account, I'm logged in. Google obviously knows who I am. Personal profiling and retargeting are going to get in the way. But there's basically no ads, down on the right. There is one big ad up here for, the industry standard solution to bigger arms, which is some sort of, chemical shake or protein or something. But that's all, what I'm getting. If I even try and type in, an intent, okay, something like that, should be plenty of opportunity for Google to show me ads, and it's not. Okay, so what's going on there? Is money being made or not? So in a minute we're going to have a look at ClickBank and see what's going on, but if we make it more of an intent question, like can I, okay, we're going to see that the quality of the results is different. Now again, we're getting some real sites like bodybuilding.com. There's a magazine here. So we could check out the magazine. There's a universal media search is coming now, so a videos come up. We're getting the the web mafia wikis coming up here. Another mensfitness.co.uk, that's probably something commercial, and that kind of stuff. But we can see there's a lot of free information out there. Still got that one ad, and there we are. Let's have a quick look at that magazine site just to see what they sell, what they do. So let's look for any immediate advertising. So there's some advertising there, or at least I presume it's an advert. I'm not sure it's a brand advert, I think. I don't think they actually sell anything. It is an advert. It's a double click address, so Google are serving that advert. So this is taking us to a company who make I don't know what it is, chemicals of some sort. They may not sell it directly, but they're saying that we can buy them wherever we want to buy them. So they're selling something. It's the the industry standard a solution for for bigger arms and stuff, and they're saying we can buy it online at bodybuilding.com. So I don't know if bodybuilding.com own this or something, but there we go. So presumably at some point I can actually buy it. Okay, so here's some products. So if I go to bodybuilding.com, still not finding a okay, there we go, finally. Is this going to take me to the store? Yeah, okay, so it's a bit of a long-winded way because they don't sell it themselves, but they're selling something. So on bodybuilding.com, let's get rid of that now, and that one. They're advertising this thing, so they're selling these supplements, so they're making money that way. Big article, pretty much everything I need to know about do it myself, exercises to get bigger arms. Seems pretty fairly thorough. I don't know why I would buy an info product after I'd read all this and all the other stuff that I can get for free. So we've got some competition problems if we were doing that. But let's just go back one stage and let's see what happened. Now we were looking just for can we get bigger arms? Okay, bigger arms. Okay, and we can see that the Google Suggest is giving us some other really good suggestions that we should have a look at. But that's what we went with, and it's one of the top sites it's taken to us. The first site it's taken to us is bodybuilding.com, and they've turned bigger arms into something specifically for weightlifters, for bodybuilders wanting to do weightlifting. Okay, that's who they've decided is the passion of the people who want it, and their solution to that is to use this free information or get this these chemicals, whatever they are. Okay, so that's number one. That's if we use that search term. Okay, but if we put in something else like oops, let me spell it right. Buy bigger arms. Let's put store in there as well. Store buy bigger arms. Let's see if it can come up with that. Okay, hang on, that was the exact search I had. Let me just remind myself. Buy bodybuilding arms. Sorry, there we are. So the the bigger arm thing is not, in fact we've even lost the one ad that we did have out there, even though I'm now saying store and buy. You'd really think that they were buying intent words, wouldn't you? But anyway, so bigger arms is not doing it. That's the bottom line. And it was actually when I looked at the ClickBank products, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and the bodybuilding site, that it was really, bodybuilding was the thing. So that's why I came up with the term buy bodybuilding arms. So let's just go through that again. So let me just type in. So if I do if I just do bodybuilding arms. Okay, and this is the problem. We don't know quite what people are going to search for. Anyway, so it's taking me back to bodybuilding.com again. Still no ads. Okay, if I give Google the big clue and say, look, I actually want to buy something to do with this, now we suddenly get the adverts. Okay, and in terms of what we can buy, it's still giving me bodybuilding.com as the top search result though, and I don't think, we've got the video again, and we've got some other good terms that we could use there, but nothing, there's no real shops in here, which is a bit disappointing. Anyway, but on bodybuilding, who's that? Bodybuilding something. Actually, I can't see who it is, but anyway, bodybuilding. Oh, there it is. Bodybuilding.com again. We can buy a bicep bomber, which I presume is some sort of a device to work out with. So they'll ship me one of them. And competitive shop, athleteshop.co.uk has come up because I'm in the UK. Obviously, it's giving me that, and it's giving me the prices in pounds, of course. And a couple of books. There's a book on eBay, and there's a book on Wordery, which I've never even heard of actually. Fascinating. Shouldn't really click on the advert, it costs some money, but I just actually never heard of that. So I presume it's a bookstore. So just a little tangent that we go down. Yeah, it's an online bookshop. I never heard of it. Right, well, I'm going to keep that open. I'm going to try and give them their money's worth for clicking on the advert. Anyway, so they can sell me this book and ship it. But it's a book, it's not a course. So if we were doing a TLB kind of thing, how do we sell an info product, to this kind of audience? Anyway, but the big clue was that Bigger Arms wasn't cracking it by realizing that Bigger Arms was actually a part of muscle building and bodybuilding. Let's just try muscle building just to see what that brings up. Let's take buy out from it. So muscle building arms, similar thing, no adverts, no top advert again. Slightly different set of results. So as well as bodybuilding.com top result, it has brought up WebMD and Wiki Now and Medical Daily, and we have actually now got something else, muscleandfitness.com. So just out of interest, let's just see if they actually sell anything. What adverts they run or what they sell directly. I'm trying to keep this video short, but there's always some rabbit holes to go down. So this particular site, lots of free advice, but I can buy, what can I buy? Well, I think I can buy shoes, trainers. I can buy, I guess this is a magazine, so I can subscribe to their own magazine. So it's their own magazine, they run adverts. Yeah, it's their own magazine, print magazine. They run their own adverts, they've got loads of articles and videos and stuff like this. And also they are running adverts. This is a little advert block from Taboola. So people are paying to advertise this, so they're selling advertising space, so that's not unusual for a magazine site to do that. So they're monetizing through advertising space. Now, interestingly, the adverts that are being shown to me are gambling, lose weight again, that's probably lose weight, or that's workouts, all their bodies, that's probably lose weight, and foods, that's lose weight. So Google thinks that I need to lose weight. It's probably true, or buy a domain name, which is also true. So the retargeting may be going on there, but that's basically, this is a magazine site about bodybuilding. Obviously their job is to give away free advice. In the process of giving away free advice, they run adverts next to it. They sell subscriptions to their own thing, and they are carrying adverts for fitness related stuff. So this trainer shoe company, at least I presume that's what they are, have decided to put an advert in there. So that's how they monetize theirs. Okay, so again, how would an info product fit into that? Well, we could run adverts. This could be your advert here. If they did guest articles, you could do that. There's another advert up here, of course. It might be their own, but no, it is an advert. That's another Google advert up here. So they've got two adverts here and here. Their own subscription there, and their own subscription there, and then just loads of free content and one more advert down there. So they're monetizing from adverts next to content. Okay, not a huge amount for room for info products. No info products that they're selling there. Maybe then, if we took enough time, maybe we'll see an info product we could buy. Maybe not. These all look like free videos, I think. Yeah, they all look like free. So yeah, if they could have sold some info products there, but they didn't. So that's that. Anyway, so muscle building and help. Let's see if the magic word buy as an intent word gives Google the clue that I actually want to see some adverts. Yay! Fantastic. So if we put the word buy in, Google are really a bit silly, a bit slow, aren't they? Sorry, I shouldn't call them silly, a bit slow. So they can sell me a arm pad pack from Boots. I don't even know what that is. A book, more books. Muscle building soap. I've never heard of that. That's a bit weird. Muscle building soap. That's quite funny though. Fitness watch kind of thing. That's a good one. $309 as well. Pounds even. So that's like $500 from Physio Room. So that's good. Muscle stimulator. Sorry, not a muscle stimulator. So it's probably one of those electric shock stomach belts or something. Anyway, but it's 310 quid. It's a lot of money. So if they sold that, that'd be good. We've got a little small thing, little tool to work out with. $12 there. Another book and another stimulator. So muscle stimulators, they seem to be selling quite well, particularly if we're doing muscle rather than build. So anyway, and then there's another advert there for the industry standard solution of supplements. Build on muscle, don't know what, and they're selling supplements. So supplements, and great selection of build on muscle. I'm sorry you didn't say what it was, so I'm going to cost you 5p. I presume it's supplements, but let's just see if anybody's come up with a better idea. Oh, it takes me to Amazon. That's pretty weird. Oh, maybe they're an affiliate. Are they an affiliate? They've done something as crazy as that. No, I don't think there's an affiliate ID. So I don't quite know how we got to Amazon, but anyway, but Amazon do all this gear. So you could certainly do Amazon, monetization there. It's actually, I didn't see that. It's obviously Amazon. So Amazon.co.uk had their own advert there. Sorry, I didn't see it said Amazon for some reason. Anyway, Amazon have got lots of gear to sell. So they sell gear. The industry sells supplements, and the magazines and muscle.com give away loads of free content and put ads next to it, and some of the ads are for supplements. So where does an info product fit in this? not getting the answer from Google. Google are not really giving us info product ideas. So let's just try info product and just see if we can really give Google to give us the thing. No, it doesn't want to really do that. Let's do training course. I'm really trying to hard to spend money here. Google, come on. Right, so training course, buy muscle building arms training course. So LA muscle supplements. Amazon was given to be found. The best is awareness. I don't quite know how that came in. Feel great on shop squawk. Don't know quite what that's about. I can get an MVQ in construction. Thanks. That's really good, Google. Food safety qualification. Oh my god. And training charity. So I don't know what on earth Google are thinking. That's certainly not my personal user profile either, and it's certainly not that much to do with muscle building training courses. Is there one training course amongst that? I don't think so. LA Muscle might, but they're selling supplements. Again, that's not a training course. So I can't even buy a training course on muscle building even if I tried. Let me just change that back to bodybuilding. See if that comes up with anything else. So same websites, still the bestest ads. New one for Leadership Institute. Okay, fantastic. Security on conflict management. I don't know how that's coming up either. Wow.com on, I don't know what training courses they're selling. I don't think it's fitness. And an award in education. So okay, massive fail for Google. Even if I'm trying to tell Google I want to buy a training course, let me just change the order a bit just to be sure. Buy a training course. I'll even put on bodybuilding arms. Okay, how much more obvious do I need to be? Okay, so there's a fitness trainer course, so that at least that's related. At least I can be a trainer in fitness, so at least that's something. Contract management, I don't think that's no. Safety services, no. Leadership training, no. Wow, again, no. Accenture Academy, no, I don't think that's fitness. Become an electrician, I don't think that's fitness. I don't know, call me old fashioned. Advanced training, well, it's training, but it's not anything to do with bodybuilding. So I really don't know what Google are doing. If anybody could tell me what Google are trying to do, I don't know how much more obvious I could be that I wanted to buy a training course, with money on bodybuilding, and particularly on arms. I don't know quite. Let's put it as one word. Then they're hinting that they want it as one word. Okay, adverts, same. Don't help me. Still the same site, bodybuilding.com. Why do I need Google? I might as well just go to bodybuilding.com. Every result they've sold me is that. Anyway, they might sell a machine. No, they might actually sell training videos. Okay, we might have finally. God, how long did that take us? 6 minutes to actually find potentially an actual course that we could buy. Let's see if it really is. So on skiplacour.com, which I've never heard of. Mass machine training. Yeah, it's something to do. It's the right subject. So they sell. There we go. So they're actually selling a course. Thank God, finally. And it's this bloke, and there we go. And he's selling his own thing. So he's a. Thanks for that. He's a. At least he's in it. A little bit hard to find the buy button. Anyway, he sells supplements. There's a surprise. And I don't know if this is a course I can buy, or he just gives the course away for free and sells that. He does coaching. So he does coaching. So maybe that's local, maybe it isn't. He does contest preparation. Let's have a look at that one. So he does supplements, as we said. So can I buy this? Is it a course? Can I actually buy it? Oh yeah, there we go. Buy now. Oh, almost missed that. Hey, I can actually spend $147. Right, brilliant. So eventually, after 6-7 minutes now probably, I actually managed to find something that I could actually buy, an info product, for $147. Yeah, that I can do. I don't think he's an affiliate. I think he actually does this. I hope it's his anyway. I'm just going to go to checkout just for a laugh. See where it takes me. See if it's a ClickBank product or something. No, I think it's his own cart. No, it's his own cart. I can pay by credit card. Or that. I think it's that. Let's just see. Yeah, I don't think it's I think it's his product. Anyway, so finally we found that. So I'm going to keep that open because that was a real struggle, to be honest, to find that. Anyway, so eventually we found that. I better bookmark that as well because I'm not going to remember what that query was. Anyway, so if we go to where the info products are sold, so let's put in Stephen's bigger, his original, thing, bigger arms, and by relevance, there's exactly, in theory, the exact product he wanted to sell. Right, get a bigger arms. It's really cheap, but it's not selling because if we look at the gravity, it's 0.42, and as far as I'm concerned, you double that, and that's how many you sell in a week. So it's not even selling one copy a week. All right, they say that they're fantastic at it. Not sure about that. Second product, maximize your profits. Yeah, they're kind of trying to drill in, tell us who it's for. Not selling, 0.28 gravity, so it's selling like one every 2 weeks or something. Get bigger arms, huge muscle building fast thing, school. Not selling 0.03, so that's not even a fraction of a unit a week. And they say super high conversions. So I'm sure the super low refunds are probably right because they don't look like this anyway. But super high conversions, well, not for affiliates, mate. Not 0.03 gravity. So what's going wrong there? So there's an arm pump video program. Is that selling? No, gravity of 0. C-cut mode, well, that's for breasts. That's not really arms. Another one for arms without looking like a gun show thing. I don't know what the reference that is. I guess it means something to somebody. Again, 0.67. Selling one a week, something. Another one, all pretty hopeless. There we go. And also, just out of interest, just to see, how facts seem to be distorted. This one for breast enlargement, it says it's the most popular bigger breast website, most popular one, and their gravity is 3, so they're selling about 6 a week. So if the most popular breast site on the internet sells 6 copies of an info product a week, then I'm pretty glad I'm not in that niche. Anyway, so let's obviously, normally you probably wouldn't search by keyword relevance. You'd search for gravity. So let's see what gravity can do for us. So with gravity, obviously stupid result, skin whitening, nothing to do with bigger arms. Result 2. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So gravity of 28. So they're selling about 50 a week. They say they're a trusted publisher, critical bench, all looks good. But the only thing is, it's not just about arms, it's about muscles generally and strength and health. They were going to do 6-figure launches, and they've got an affiliate center and all that sort of stuff, so we could check that out, so that'd be good. MI40X, it's something like the P40 thingy. They're selling about, again, about 50 odd a week, so that's pretty good. But again, it's that whole kind of P40 kind of serious headbanger muscle building thing, I'd imagine. Better in bed, that's not really the muscle we were talking about. Toned in 10, defying age and reshaping your body, that's not really what we want. Now this one is fat burning, it's not muscle building, so red herring. Right, muscle building system, that's good, but not particularly for arms. But again, at least they are selling about 36 a week. and you know, could be alright maybe. Hypnosis, wrong thing. Metabolic explosion, well, that's probably burning rather than putting on, I don't know. And writers, no. So 2 results there, selling about 50 a week. If 50 a week is the potential of the niche, it doesn't seem to be very big, does it, in my opinion? But there we go. Anyway, let's see, you know, if it really is big. So this is where the, you know, my little tool is going to come in. It's not my tool, the tool I'm suggesting you have a look at. So criticalbench.com, obviously we could follow that, you know, that link and have a look at their website. I'll leave you to do that yourself, really. Let's keep that on because I need that query. Anyway, so this little tool helps us to spy, like it says, on competitors and websites and everything. There's a free version which gives you a lot of information. Obviously they want you to buy the big one to, you know, to get all the information. It's a monthly subscription. Let's see if it's worth it. Okay, so I'm doing this live. I've not done this. I had a very quick look to make sure it came up, but you know, I don't quite know what we're going to uncover. Certainly not when I go into the premium tool, so I don't know why it's been slow. So this is going on a bit. Hopefully it's a little bit interesting. And here we go. Right, so here it goes. So this is telling us, so it's analysing criticalbench.com for us. First thing is, it's showing us the traffic. The traffic seems to be dropping off a bit. It was at about 150,000 a month. Now it's gone to 100,000. It might be a seasonal thing. According to Compete, it's a lot lower than that. It's about 40,000 a month on average, maybe. I think this is Alexa. I'm not sure, but it's hard to gauge what's going on there. So SimilarWeb's actually probably more reliable, so it probably is nearer, you know, probably an average of those two. So it's probably about 100,000, yeah, between 40,000 and 150,000. So it's probably about 100,000 a month. So they're getting 100,000 visitors a month. That's not that small. Okay, that's quite interesting. Now, where does most of their traffic come from? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So most of the results are coming from organic search. Okay, not from affiliates, but from organic search. So they're probably selling a lot more directly than the affiliates are, and the gravity figure is only what the affiliates are doing. It's not what they sell themselves. So maybe they're doing a lot of direct. Now we can see they don't really do an awful lot in social channels, so they're not doing a lot of social marketing or anything like that. Email marketing, similar thing. Not a lot of ads being run again, some, but not a lot. And some of it is coming from links and from people who already know it. So 30% of their traffic is coming from people who already know of them as a brand. So they already know of Critical Bench as a brand for some reason. You know, they've been there before or they're going back. So there's probably a blog on the end of their sales page and people are coming back there for the content, free content. Okay, so they're doing that. So what are the you know, 53% of the traffic is organic search. What are the keywords that they're doing it? Well, you know, are there any clues in there how we could niche this in for a TLB and that sort of stuff? So discount, well, that's not a price-led word, not very good, but weight training equipment. So cheap training equipment, EDT fat loss, EDT fat loss. So it's not bigger arms or muscle building, but EDT is obviously something significant. I'm not in this niche, I don't know what that means. You probably do. Too much muscle mass, so that's obviously a topic that people are interested in, so maybe there's a thing in there. Okay, so I would definitely make a note of that in my swipe file, because you know they're ranking very high for it. It doesn't have much commercial value, but maybe people are building up muscle weight, bigger arms, but something's going wrong and they're getting too much mass in their arm or in the wrong place or something like. Yeah, again, I'm not interested, I don't know anything about fitness at all. Buying a bench press. Weightlifting elbow pads, well that's a hardware thing, we're probably not going to make a fortune out of that. Now these are their top competitors, so they're criticalbench.com. It's also suggesting that we also look at, some of these are nonsense, but you know, muscleandfitness.com, that was one that didn't come up before, and dicksportinggoods.com, they obviously sell sporting goods, but that's you know, something we could look at. You know, Walmart and stuff like that, they've come up because they probably sell some stuff and they probably advertise for everything, but they're not really in the niche. Top keywords according to Bing and Yahoo rather than Google. Press bench, so they're talking a lot presumably about press bench training to get well, depending what they're talking about, but if it's muscle building, they're using bench pressing to get that. They're talking about fitness training again. These are the jargon words in the industry, in the niche, that I would be putting in my swipe file. And again, intense workout routines, again, that's something that somebody might be putting into, and then you can string this all together into a story of, if you're looking for an intense workout routine, to supplement your bench press and strength fitness training, but you're worried about your muscle mass, too much muscle mass, then this is the story of Jane, who ate too much whey powder and had big arms, that kind of thing. Of the ads that are being run, we can see what's going on. Now, these two haven't been run for any length of time, so they're tests. We need to see what was happening with these. But their winning ad at the moment, seen for the last month, is Critical Bench. Okay, so again, this is a brand advert, so people obviously are supposed to know who Critical Bench are, and they're actually selling their social ranking. So this is very much a brand advert, not an actual product. But they've been running it for a while, and I guess they have a reason for that, but we'll see if they keep doing that. Now, they've also put media buy ads on these placements. So, we can check that out. Okay, we're not getting all the info there because this is the free version, but they're advertising a lot on a thing called MediaNet. I don't know the URL of that, but they're doing that. But again, they're testing ads at the moment, so they've been on buy sell ads. They're testing that. CPX Interactive, presumably some other sort of ad network, they're testing on that. Now, they're quite big in Russia.